This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. This is an update based on the 5 p.m. National Hurricane Center update. This is for the SISE, the Sensitive Information Sharing Environment, All Hazards Consortium, so we can share information freely across private sector organizations and also through private sector liaisons within state emergency operations centers and federal agencies. Well, here we are. Milton has 85-mile-per-hour winds. It is strengthening rapidly right now. Latest hurricane recon reports have the pressure dropping fairly rapidly as well. And all of the latest hurricane models have Milton becoming a very strong hurricane, Category 3, perhaps even Category 4, when it just gets to the north of the Yucatan Peninsula. I'll get into the forecast here in just a second. First, I want to add an enhancement of color into the satellite imagery and take you down to 1-minute imagery. This is imagery that's being gathered every single minute from the NOAA GOES satellite, and you can see the circulation. These are thunderstorms around the center of the storm, and it is beginning to show some hints of an eye developing. I think over the next 12 hours, we'll see that eye more clearly. Right now, you can see these thunderstorms. That is what's going on, and I'll take this full screen here so you can see what's happening. These are all thunderstorms, and the white areas that you see are even higher cloud tops, which means they're colder, reaching well up into the atmosphere. But you can see this system is showing very mature characteristics, even outflow on just about all quadrants, and it is intensifying. Now, over here is the Yucatan Peninsula. There have been hurricane watches posted for the Yucatan Peninsula. I'm going to show you GeoCollaborate full screen. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here so you can see what the overall forecast looks like from the National Hurricane Center. I have been looking also at research drifter buoys and looking at the data there. We showed this during our last update. Sea surface temperatures are mighty warm for this hurricane and giving it plenty of energy to grow and strengthen. So let me dive down here a little bit further. You can see this is the forecast wind field from the 5 p.m. update of the National Hurricane Center. And the one thing I want you to notice is that right now, as an 85-mile-per-hour Cat 1 hurricane, the wind field is fairly small around Milton. And as the forecast goes on, Milton is forecast to intensify and become a major hurricane before it gets just north of the Yucatan Peninsula. So we're talking about a Category 3 hurricane here and Category 4 hurricane between these areas of intensification. But notice what the wind field is doing. The wind field is expanding, which means that Milton is ready and willing to expand in size because of the atmospheric conditions that are being presented to it. And so it looks like Milton will make landfall on the west coast of Florida as a very large hurricane. You can see the extent to which the tropical storm force winds are forecast in Florida. Look at this, all the way from Homosassa Springs, close to the Big Bend area, all the way down to almost the Keys, certainly south of Fort Myers and Naples into the Everglades area. You can see this wind field that's forecast. So there is going to be very large impacts across the state of Florida. There are not any watches or warnings issued as of yet. That's because the storm is still more than 3 days out. However, the National Hurricane Center is likely to issue at least watches, hurricane watches, and storm surge watches across the impacted area, the expected impacted area. And this is what I want to focus on here, folks, because as Milton approaches the west coast of Florida as a major hurricane with an expanding wind field, we're going to have very large storm surges from Tampa Bay all the way down to Punta Gorda, to Fort Myers, to Naples. And that is going to have a high impact for anyone living along those areas. We have been informed that the state is working on evacuations in many of the zones around western Florida. They may announce those during the day tomorrow, but with this kind of forecast, there's no reason why there shouldn't be evacuations ordered, particularly around the Tampa Bay area. So this is what the latest forecast looks like for Milton. It is now an 85-mile-per-hour hurricane, and just notice the size of the wind field is expected to expand significantly. And Milton will make landfall as a large and dangerous hurricane with large storm surges, heavy winds, and pounding rain. Rainfall totals could be anywhere from 10 to 15 inches, and that will certainly cause flooding after the rain that everybody's getting today. So this is just a brief, quick update. Just wanted to give you an idea for what the Hurricane Center is thinking at 5 o'clock. We'll be back tomorrow morning with another update after the Hurricane Center's 11 a.m. update, and we'll keep you posted on everything. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. Thanks for watching this update. Please take care of yourself, and please take care of your neighbors.